Today I'm going to show you a quick demo of Terminus. Terminus is the easiest way to build and manage UTM tracking URLs in one place. Most marketing agencies and marketing departments and companies use spreadsheets to manage their UTM parameters. They could either be Excel or Google Docs spreadsheets. Those can work okay for a little while, but pretty soon you start to run into certain problems with UTM spreadsheets. Problems with UTM spreadsheets: get too complicated, each team starts using their own version, very difficult to enforce your naming conventions, inconsistent UTM values make you not trust your analytics reports. But your analytics reports are crucial to get right because they help you decide where to invest more money. If they don't give you the right insight, you will end up spending a lot of money on the wrong marketing campaigns. Terminus helps you manage your UTM tracking URLs in one place and make sure they are accurate. There are 3 key ways in which Terminus can help you manage your UTM tracking. 1. Defining how your UTM codes and URLs will be built. This includes configuring any naming conventions, user permissions, custom short domains, and other such things. 2. Building the tracking URLs and using them in your marketing campaigns. 3. Referring your past URLs to make sure everything was done how you wanted it, and perhaps use them as a template for creating new URLs. This is the Terminus Dashboard. You'll notice that everything is organized into projects. A project is basically a container that holds all of your URLs, UTMs, and all the data together. You can also use projects to separate and organize different marketing teams. Or if you're an agency, you can have a separate project for each of your clients. I'll create a new project and show you how it works. There are a bunch of settings in here that you can do. I generally recommend you keep this option here checked. That will keep all the campaign parameters lowercased. There are also a fair amount of advanced settings that you can use. Next, I'll show you how to build URLs. If you have a simple use case, you can use this section right out of the box without much configuration. When you create your parameters, you can even select from pre-existing options in each section. If I want to use this over and over again, I can save the settings in a preset. I can also add some labels down here and also add some notes. Now you can see the URLs I just created. From here, you can easily do a one-click copy of the shortened link or the fully tagged URL and use them in your marketing campaigns. Next, I'll show you a more complex use case. In this example, the UTM values aren't just based off of one word, but multiple pieces of information. You can use conventions like email convention, and you'll see that it's configured to be built off multiple values based on the email convention I selected. So now I can select various values in these fields instead of typing them. And these fields are dynamic. If I select financing, then the financing products appear. If I select insurance, then the insurance products appear. It's possible to configure such nested dependencies for any type of business. You can change this date to the campaign launch date, and you'll see that automatically sets the date to a pre-configured format. And then give it a name. You'll notice that you can restrict the length of the name. For UTM source, I'll select warm leads, and I'll leave the rest as is. And you'll see that it automatically built the final URL with your built-in campaign name. There's another UTM builder which helps you build URLs with multiple UTMs in bulk. Let's say I'm creating some ads. I'll select ads from this preset group dropdown, and you'll see that it populates Bing ads and Google ads down here in this preset section. Now I'll select clothing keywords from this menu, and the terms will automatically populate in the terms section here. And let's say my campaign is summer sale 20% and summer sale 10%. These would be 2 campaigns I'm trying out. And when I click add combinations, it will create all of the UTM combinations for those parameters. And when I save it, it will create all of these URL combinations in one go. There's also an email builder. You'll give it a title, and then copy and paste the HTML code from right here from whatever email builder you use, like MailChimp, Constant Contact, etc. Click Detect URLs, and then proceed building the parameters as usual. And now you can see the original email on the left and the new email with all the UTM codes already inserted. Just one click copy it here and paste it back into your email service provider. Terminus also gives you the ability to create your own custom parameters. Let's say you want to create one called coupon. Now when you go to build a new URL, you'll see those options here. And I can build the URL like this. And in the final URL, you can see that it will add those tracking parameters. If you want to create a new URL based on an existing one, you can easily clone it. And it will populate the builder with all the values, and all you have to do is change whatever value you need to change, and then save it. Then you have a new URL without much typing. That covers the UTM building tools. Now I'll show you the team permissions. You can add a new user, and then assign very specific permissions. For example, this person can create campaigns, contents, and terms, but they cannot create new media and sources. So you can get very precise with your permissions for the various team members and control what's being built by who. Anytime someone creates anything in Terminus, you can see who created it, which makes it easy to communicate with your team about any issues. You can also search by who created what. You can also search by other labels and categories. And that can be helpful when you have a lot of URLs already built. There are some other features which help you manage all the URLs and all the codes, like all your codes and campaigns that were created in the past. You can perform any of these bulk operations that you see in this list. You can download them. You can also add notes for your team and they can access them anywhere, like instructions on how to build a URL. And they can access them anywhere within the project. For short URLs, you can also have your own custom domains. If nothing is specified or the URL is incorrect, it will go to the default URL. You can also make it SSL enabled. Once you do that, you'll see that these URLs are built based on a custom domain. And you can customize the slug here. There's also a way for you to add retargeting pixels to your short URL. For example, if you're using the Facebook pixel, you can copy and paste that code here. You can also use the data from your URL, like campaign name and other campaign parameters, and use them in your code, which isn't available as an option in most other tools. You can also see basic campaign reports within Terminus without installing any code on your website. You can even drill down a little more and change the graph type. Of course, the best way to get to know Terminus is to try it out for yourself. It's easy to sign up and get started today. Select a plan and start your 21-day free trial today. If you have questions, email us at hello@terminasapp.com.